Maybe it wasn't recording. Recording now.
It's
Okay.
recording now.
Part 2, Coke Creek.
Yeah.
Again.
Part 3. But
Well, anyway, make it short. A dog got some kicked it, picked it up. You can hear it go, "Oof!" and go quiet, and carried it all the way past us to another part of the creek.
above, yep, up the creek.
I
past
swear
it.
he kicked it from up above and went down.
He kicked it above creek.
Yeah.
They ran down creek, and then the
Where
main
did he
dog
carry
got
the
quiet.
dog to?
Up creek, past us, way past us.
But he kicked him up there by the cabin.
Yes, exactly right. He kicked him by the cabin.
And then he took him up creek.
No, they all ran down creek because they were chasing it. The thing kicked it, and he kept on running down the creek. And the dogs were chasing it
Yep.
on down the creek. And then the main dog got quiet.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, that's Coca Creek. So we got overrun by some kind of herd. All feet. No brush breaking, no trails, no limbs, no ground, just solid feeding. If I took a 4x4, boom, boom, took 2x4, if I got two 2x4x4s about this tall and started beating them, boom, 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 you would know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And a herd of those. No snorting, no limbs breaking, no crackling, nothing. No ground except for the pound. They might be invisible. They might be able to change shapes and go invisible, but they are still physically very heavy things. And that was a Coca Creek, Tennessee. We've been there 6 nights. I've been down there prospecting I don't know how many times. I've spent I don't know how many nights at Coca Creek, Tennessee, prospecting for gold. And I can't tell you if you get gold out of Coca Creek. I can't even tell you where you get it. I can't tell you get 8-10 specks per pan, because if I did, then everyone would come to Tennessee looking for gold. So we don't really want to talk too much about what's at Coca Creek. I don't want to give up my spots neither. But I'm ex-military, 10 years in the United States Air Force, without giving away too much information. It's a nuclear business, top secret clearance. I was PRP, primary resource people. I had SINWITI, which is higher than top secret. I had access to certain components. They say there's no secret. They say there's no higher than top secret. They're full of shit. Just look it up on Google. There is, even though Google kind of lies about it too. But anyway, I worked for Department of Energy, Department DOE for almost 30 years. I've got a bachelor's degree in aeronautics from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Daytona Beach, Florida. I don't have no reason to tell you stories besides, 25, 30 years I've been camping out in the woods. I used to go backwoods by myself. I never took weapons. I would never go backwoods camping without a weapon.
No.
These things are big. They're strong. I don't even like the word Bigfoot. Bigfoot's making people think there's some kind of big furry animal. If you imagine your local zoo, the gorilla got out, imagine that gorilla was about 5 foot taller and about 200 or 300 more pounds than a regular gorilla. Their strength and their ability. Now I believe in federal parks here. I'm at a federal park right now. Daniel Boone. Each state's got federal parks. Why do you think the federal government's involved in all these parks? They manage these things. Where we're at right now, I don't care if you send out the United States Army, there's no way you can go up these ridges, you can go up these mountains. They couldn't come in here. If they could catch these gorillas, or Bigfoots, or whatever you want to call them, try to be nice. But I'm telling you, these things are, first of all, they're probably men. And they're huge men. And they can do a lot of damage. And they don't really want to damage you. They don't really want to kill you. They don't really want to hurt you because that pulls the feds in. Feds cover for them. That's why we have all these federal parks. If you want to think about why we have all these federal parks in all these states, because they've got to. They can't take them. You can't go get something invisible. You can't go get something that can shift change. I mean, these things sit out here and eat pine cones, which enhances their pineal gland. They can switch between supernatural and spiritual and physical. They can change. They can pick any shape they want. They can become any. They can become a bird. They can become a lion. They can become anything they want. But yeah, Coca Creek was the terrifying part to me was watching the front of that tent, staring intensely at it, waiting for it to fold over on top of me. The herd. I don't talk much about the herd just because it's crazy. We're talking a ghost herd. We're talking a herd that ran through us, never touched us, never broke a single thing, never left a footprint, never left anything. It was all sounds. And I went down the next morning and talked to the folks at the cabin, and they came out in the middle of the night with their guns, and they didn't know what it was. They knew that something was out there running up and down the creek. They didn't know what it was. Like I said, I've been camping here in Tennessee for 20, 30 years, originally from Tennessee. Recently caught a video up here. Like I said, we're on the Kentucky-Tennessee border right now. We caught a cam of a mountain lion. And TWRA says there's no mountain lions, they're extinct. Oh, there's mountain lions. There's a lot of things up there. I believe there's a lot of spiritual things. I believe there's a lot of little people. I believe there's a lot of things that can change shapes. They can go invisible. You can walk up through these woods. Hey, there's Bigfoots around there. They just go invisible on you. They don't care. But that's why the Army and them are not after them. They can't capture something they can't see. And you want to know what your federal lands. More than likely, that's my opinion. They're having to, because I mean, there's been reports. I've known people that've gone out, thought they was a bear that was hit on the side of the road. Clearly, it was a man, a furry man, and they've tried to give them medical attention, tried to take care of them. Those bodies disappear. You'll never see a Bigfoot. You'll never see. I mean, they've been. The government has them. The federal government has them. They take them up. They collect them up. Be careful if you do go out to the federal parks. Make sure you take a weapon. Me and him both believe in lights. We have our camp here. We have a tent. We have a car battery inside with a switch with an outside LED. Now we're out here on a new moon. This is the 6th. September 6th. Yep. New moon. It will get so dark out here you will not be able to see. That's why we come out here. This is the time to come out here. You will supernatural kind of kick in. But if you're gonna come out here, don't go by yourself. I see a lot of people go out in these woods. I wouldn't go by yourself. It's unless you got some weapons and a lot of faith and you're ready to die. I mean, where we're sitting right now is a little campsite, but only a couple hundred.
The football field.
Yeah, a couple football fields up that way towards Tennessee line. We're on the Kentucky side. There's a place up there that we won't stay because they came in on us one night and terrorized us. And literally terrorized us. Like I said, I'm ex-military and I've never been terrorized. I've never been terrorized. I've never been traumatized where that I hear noise, I feel like I'm right back in that tent. That's what trauma is. Trauma is when something scares you so bad that you go back to that place in time. You hear a noise and you're all of a sudden you're right back there. Trauma is that comes from fear. But like I said, we're out here in Kentucky right now, and we just wanted to put those two stories out. Actually, 3. The big Southfoot was shaking my tent. Just strange, weird, no explanation. It walked off. Never heard it walk. Never heard it come. These things, I believe they can levitate or something. I don't know how they can do it. I think they go. I don't really know what they did. Like I said, I think they're mixed spiritual and physical. Anything else?
No. That's pretty much it. Besides Lennon's Creek.
Lennon's Creek. Oh, he liked to talk about Lennon's Creek. It's where 2 creeks come together. And I warned him when he went down there not to listen to the creeks. Whenever you find water that runs together, you hear voices.
way back in the woods.
Yeah. Well, I warned you. I warned you not to listen to the creek.
I listen to the creek.
You listen to the creek, you can hear them screaming, you can hear them talking, you can hear people, you can hear memories.
All the sounds that you can imagine in that creek, drum beats. You can hear women scream at the top of their lungs, but then you can also hear women laughing at the top of their lungs. Great and terrible, terrifying and amazing. You can hear it in that creek. It was trippy. Lyonns.
That's in the Dakota Creek area. Basically, anywhere where you have two creeks, two or more creeks come together. For some reason, the energy from that water, you can listen to it especially at night. But you'll hear all the voices. You'll hear all the sounds because the water has memory. And anyway, that's definitely just weird. I don't like to do it. I've listened to it. You will hear screaming and terrorizing, and you will swear that someone's being killed. And I just don't listen to the water. Not in places like that, because those are probably spiritual places where these waters come together.
And I don't know how to control it. Indians, they might say something how they can control the spirits and say it's good or bad. I don't know what they say on it, but be wary of the creeks.
Alrighty.
Bigfoot will run and.
Well, that's it. We've documented our 3 stories. We want to get this off our chest. We're gonna send someone to let them set them up. We're not going to put them on our YouTube station because we're not interested in the recognition. We're not interested. I don't want anybody. I'm very much like my privacy. I don't being in the government as long as I am, I'm not supposed to be out here talking about half the crap that I'm talking about. You have a nice day.